can have all of me. Just kiss me once!
There were 4 reasons girls came to Lunaris, the most elite werewolf academy. At 8 a.m., they waited outside the showers for Roman, the most charming alpha, just to catch a glimpse of him after his workout. Afternoons were spent getting ready, staring at posters of Alpha Griffin plastered across their walls, dreaming of a kiss from him. By 6 p.m., they waited for Alaric to notice them, some even tattooing his name across their cleavage. And at 10, they sneaked into Asher's room, the strongest alpha, dressed in their most tempting nightwear, hoping to be the one he chose next. Everyone wanted the 4 cardinal alphas. It was a matter of pride. That was what Lunaris was about, being chosen by the 4 godly alphas. Every girl was obsessed with them, everyone except me. I kept my distance, made it obvious I wasn't interested. I thought that would be enough to keep me safe. I was wrong. Turns out when alphas start watching you, you don't get to decide what happens next.
The alphas called me special, but my town only had one name for girls like me. Whore's daughter, must be a whore herself. That's what they've called me since I could walk. I am Violet Purple, and my mom Nancy is, in fact, a sex worker. I live in District 1, raised by a prostitute who found me in the trash. That's the version people whisper anyway. She named me Violet because of my purple hair. I grew up poor and abused. A freak with no explanation for my strange appearance. But to my surprise, I got accepted into Lunaris Academy, the elitist werewolf school where alpha werewolves pick their future queens. How the hell did I end up at Lunaris Academy? Me, a nobody, a virgin girl from the trailer park. It started with a broken glass, and a wolf who wouldn't stop staring at me. I wasn't supposed to be out of my room when my foster mother, Nancy, had clients. But I'd gotten thirsty. The water from the bathroom sink tasted like rust, and I'd hoped to sneak a glass from the kitchen. Nancy survived by selling her body, and I survived by staying out of her way. A werewolf man sat on our couch. I could tell by the way he moved. In our world, werewolves had money, and humans had nothing. And Nancy's clients were always werewolves, but this one was different. He wore a dark blazer with a silver wolf crest stitched over the breast pocket. Lunaris Academy. He saw me and froze. His drink hit the floor. Amber liquid spread across the stained carpet, but he didn't notice. His eyes, glowing faint yellow, locked on me with something I couldn't read. Recognition.
What is that?
He breathed. Nancy looked irritated.
That's Violet, my foster kid. Go back to your room, Violet!
But the man grabbed Nancy's wrist.
Where did you get her?
Foster system. Government pays me to keep her. Why? What's wrong?
He didn't take his eyes off me.
Look at her hair. Look at her eyes. They're unnatural. She doesn't belong here in District 1.
I pressed myself against the wall. Unnatural. I'd heard that word before. Nobody could explain my purple hair. It wasn't dyed. It grew that way. And when someone cut it once, it grew back the same. Nancy's expression shifted from annoyance to calculation.
What are you saying?
There are opportunities for girls like her.
Nancy's eyes narrowed.
Opportunities?
At Lunaris.
My stomach dropped. Nancy scoffed.
That school is for bloodlines.
Not anymore.
He said.
They're inviting human girls. Scholarships, public competition. They're looking for compatibility.
Compatibility with who?
With the 4 cardinal alphas, the most powerful alphas in the realm.
Even in District 1, everyone knew those names. 4 wolves born under the same moon. 4 future rulers.
If she ranks well, she won't just get an education. She could marry into power, into money. You'd be taken care of.
Nancy glanced around the trailer, at the peeling wallpaper, at the sagging couch, at her own life.
How much?
No money up front. But if one of them chooses her, You'll never have to do this again.
He was talking about selling me for marriage. Nancy studied me like I was an investment, calculating whether I was her way out.
What would she have to do?
Nancy asked.
Attend. Compete. Be seen.
And if she fails?
Then you've got one less mouth to feed.
My blood ran cold. He stood, smoothing his Lunaris blazer.
I'll send word.
He left. Nancy turned to me, like she was staring at a lottery ticket she wasn't sure she deserved.
You heard all that?
She asked. I didn't answer.
Go to bed, Violet.
I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, trying to convince myself it was just talk. Just another wolf with big promises. Nancy thought the decision was hers. It wasn't. I didn't know that while I was lying there. Someone at Lunaris was already making the choice for me. The werewolf from Nancy's trailer stood rigid in a dimly lit office inside Lunaris Academy. Behind a massive desk sat a young man in an all-black Lunaris uniform. His posture was relaxed, but there was nothing casual about him. Dark sunglasses concealed his eyes, even indoors. His body was honed to be a weapon. This was Asher Nightshade, the most powerful alpha at Lunaris Academy, the future ruler of the Wolf Realm. Asher asked quietly.
You're certain?
The man swallowed.
Purple hair, gold eyes. She reacted when I got close.
Silence. Then, Asher leaned back slowly.
Send her file up. That's it? That's it.
The man hesitated.
And the scholarship?
Asher's mouth curved slightly.
Approve it.
A pause, then softer.
I'll see you soon, my purple queen.
A few days later, Violet Purple stared up at Lunaris' Gothic gates. She didn't want to be here. She hated what Lunaris represented. Power, bloodlines, wolves. She couldn't explain why Lunaris Academy had offered a full scholarship to a girl from the lower district overnight. She stepped through the gates.
Violet Purple?
A girl with sharp eyes and perfect posture approached, tablet in hand.
I'm Alice, your student guide and your roommate. Unfortunately for both of us, you're the scholarship case.
Lower district. No lineage, no pack affiliation. Human?
Violet stiffened.
You forgot poor.
Alice looked her up and down.
That part was obvious. So why am I here?
Alice studied her for a beat.
To compete. For what?
For Luna.
Violet frowned.
Like prom queen for wolves?
Alice didn't smile.
This school exists to produce one thing.
A bond between a cardinal alpha and the girl most compatible with him.
And how do you measure that?
Ranking. Girls compete voluntarily.
Voluntarily.
For scholarship girls like you, it's framed as opportunity.
Violet's jaw tightened.
An opportunity for what? For a bond with one of the cardinal alphas. A permanent bond.
Violet had heard the rumors growing up. Fated mates. A wolf recognizing the one written into their blood before birth. A pull so strong, it rewired instinct. She had always assumed it was nonsense.
Sounds romantic.
Violet muttered sarcastically. They reached the entrance to the main hall. Above the doors were 4 carved wolf crests.
Each crest represents a house.
Alice said.
Each house belongs to one cardinal alpha.
Why do you keep saying that word?
Violet asked.
They were born at the exact same moment,
Alice said quietly.
during a lunar anomaly. Some say the moon goddess created them to clap back at the humans. You know, after they massacred nearly 90% of the she-wolves.
Violet stopped walking. Alice continued.
The cardinals were born with powers, unlike anything seen before. Powers to do what? To restore dominance. To remind humanity who leads.
The air suddenly felt heavier.
Roman, Griffin, Alaric, Asher. They rule this school, and someday, much more.
She pushed the doors open. High above the main hall, something stirred. A massive screen embedded into the wall, glowing with shifting symbols. It wasn't decoration. It was a scoreboard, the Luna board. It ranked potential Lunas, not by grades or strength, but by compatibility with alphas.
The higher you rank, the closer you get to them.
Violet stared at the 4 empty thrones above the hall.
And if they like what they see, they don't like, they claim, and once a bond forms, it can't be undone.
Violet's pulse skipped.
So whatever you do, don't attract their attention on your first day.
As if summoned, a burst of reckless laughter echoed from behind. Fast, wild. Violet turned. And collided straight into solid muscle. She went flying before she knew what was happening. The guy's arms were around her waist, steadying her.
Well, hello there.
Look what fate just delivered.
Her gold eyes snapped up at him. Her pulse spiked. The air trembled. Roman, one of the 4 cardinal alphas, blinked in return. His grin faltered, just a fraction. Like he'd felt it too.
What was that?
He muttered under his breath, too low for her to hear. They stayed like that for a moment. His warm breath tickled her neck. Violet shivered, realizing how much trouble this guy could be. Then the chaos resumed. A loud growl roared from nearby.
I'd love to get to know you, my purple princess. But there's a monster about to kill me.
What is going on? Before Violet could even ask, the green-haired guy was running again. Just as Violet was about to make a quick exit, she noticed something on the floor. It was a sapphire pendant, a teardrop surrounded by tiny diamonds.
Hey, you dropped this?
Figuring it must have fallen off when they collided, Violet frowned. This wasn't just any necklace. The intricate engravings suggested a family heirloom. Another growl split the air, louder, closer. She looked up. A red-haired werewolf stalked toward her, muscles coiled tight with barely restrained violence. Hatred burned in his eyes. What did I do? She thought, panic rising. His gaze locked onto the necklace. Without warning, he lunged.
Help!
His hand closed around her throat. Her back slammed against the wall. His grip was crushing. And something inside her reacted. Not heat, not recognition. Pressure. Her pulse surged violently in her veins, like her blood rejected the contact. Griffin, another of the cardinal alphas, froze for half a second. His pupils flared wolf-wide. A low, guttural growl rumbled out of him. Not triumph, confusion, as if his wolf had expected something else. Violet's vision blurred. Why isn't anyone helping? The other students looked away. A chilling realization washed over her. This guy could kill her right here, right now, and no one would care. This wasn't an execution. This was something else. Fate. They stared at each other with unsettled recognition. Panic blinded her, until, just as suddenly, he set her down, almost gently. To Violet's surprise, his eyes softened, just for a second, like he hadn't meant to hurt her.
Listen, Purple Girl. I don't know what you and Roman are up to, but if you touch my stuff again, it won't be good for anyone.
His stuff? Oh no. Violet realized he was the necklace's owner. The green-haired guy must have stolen it. That explained why he was running.
Don't get caught up in Roman's games.
He warned before stalking off with the necklace. Breathless and trembling, Violet had no idea what was going on. She just lay there, humiliated and terrified. Before she could move, another tall, imposing guy stood before her. Not again, she thought. He wore dark shades, which immediately set off Violet's internal alarm bells. Something told her the shades weren't a fashion statement, but a necessity, because there was something off about him, something darker. Violet's heart pounded, and a weird tingle ran through her, a warmth settling in her stomach. Behind those shades, she felt the weight of his gaze sizing her up. His eyes raked over her body. her breath caught from a sudden jolt of fear. Whatever was drawing her to him, it wasn't good. Suddenly, his lips twisted into a wild, unsettling grin.
Welcome, my purple flower.
What the hell? High above them, the Luna board stirred. A new name burned into the stone at the very bottom of the list. Number 20, Violet Purple. Whispers and gasps all around. The new girl, the strange one with purple hair and gold eyes, had already made the Luna board on her very first day. The Alpha's smile widened, like he knew something she didn't. Violet's fear spiked. She ran. She didn't look back, not even once. She tore through the halls of Lunaris at a full sprint. Students flattened themselves against the walls as she passed. Her pulse wouldn't settle. Her lungs burned. Left, right, down a corridor she didn't recognize. She finally skidded to a stop when her legs refused to keep going. Silence swallowed her. No wolves, no whispers, no Luna board, just her ragged breathing echoing off the walls.
Get it together.
This wasn't District 1. No one here knew how many times she'd been cornered in an alley. No one here knew what it felt like to go to bed hungry, to fight for space, to survive. She'd handled worse than rich wolves with attitude problems, Roman's chaos, Griffin's violence, that guy with the shades. She straightened.
They don't scare me.
A lie, but one she'd lived on before. Footsteps approached.
Wow.
A familiar voice said lightly.
You move fast for a scholarship girl.
Violet turned. Alice stood at the end of the corridor, arms crossed, slightly breathless.
You have been here for 10 minutes.
Alice continued, walking closer.
And you've already collided with 3 Cardinal Alphas and triggered the Luna board. 3 Cardinal Alphas?
Yeah.
That's not possible. It shouldn't be, not on day 1. Not without scoring, not without evaluation. Especially not for a human scholarship student.
Violet felt that familiar prickle crawl up her spine.
What does that mean? It means something is reacting to you. Principal Jameson is going to want to see you. Why? Because when the lunar board moves unexpectedly,
Alice's expression hardened.
Lunaris notices. Great.
Alice gestured down the hall.
Come on, before this gets worse.
As she knocked Principal Jameson's office, a voice called out,
Come in!
Principal Jameson looked up. Her polite smile vanished when she saw the bruises on Violet's neck.
Did Griffin Hale do that to you?
Griffin Hale? Is that his name?
Yes.
Jameson's jaw tightened.
And Roman was involved?
Violet didn't answer. Jameson stood slowly.
You collided with 3 Cardinal Alphas within your first hour?
Violet blinked.
I didn't exactly schedule it. And the Luna board responded.
That doesn't happen. Not without evaluation. Not without compatibility markers. Compatibility with whom?
Jameson held her gaze.
With one of them.
The air shifted.
Most of that attention is already spoken for. Bloodlines, families, girls who were raised for this world. There is one student in particular, Autumn Carson.
Jameson spoke the name with quiet reverence and unmistakable caution. Jameson's voice lowered further.
Everyone expects one of the Cardinal Alphas to claim her. She has the pedigree, the bloodline, the backing. She is important.
Violet held her gaze.
And I am not.
So then why am I here? Because something reacted to you. Something? One of them. Possibly more than one.
Violet's pulse skipped.
And I'm guessing that's not possible. It shouldn't be.
Silence stretched between them.
If you are compatible with one of the Cardinal Alphas, it changes things. For who? For everyone. And if I'm not?
Jameson's eyes flicked briefly toward the window, toward the academy beyond.
Today was a very dangerous coincidence.
A knock at the door. Alice pokes her head in.
Alice, take Mrs. Purple to the infirmary.
Jameson said quietly.
Get those marks treated.
Violet turned to leave.
Miss Purple.
She paused.
If the lunar board moves again.
Jamason's voice dropped.
It's only one of them.
Violet swallowed hard and left with Alice for the infirmary. As they walked through the gothic Lunaris corridors, Alice reached into her bag and handed Violet a box.
That's your Lunaris welcome pack. Go ahead, open it.
Violet hesitated, then unzipped the bag. Textbooks, supplies, and a sealed phone box. her breath caught.
No way.
Alice smiled.
All warmth again. We give devices to scholarship students. Helps you stay connected. Just log into the Lunaris Academy app. Campus Wi-Fi is everywhere.
Violet turned the box over in her hands.
Come on, let's get you to the infirmary and have those wounds checked.
As Violet followed, phone still in her hand, the words of Principal Jameson wouldn't leave her.
If the Luna board moves again, Prey is only one of them.
Moments later, they entered the grand, impressive infirmary ward. A healer, one of those super rare werewolves who could do healing magic, was lecturing a student, a guy whose arms were covered in fresh burns. Violet barely registered the actual healer before her attention snapped to the guy.
You can't keep doing this to yourself, Alaric.
I'm fine.
He grumbled, obviously annoyed, as the healer's magic soothed his burns. Violet couldn't be sure, but she thought she saw faint sparks crackle across his skin, dancing like trapped lightning, and she noticed that no one else stood close enough to touch him. He must have felt Violet staring because he turned, and their eyes met. Holy moly, Violet forgot to breathe. Her cheeks turned pink. He had whitish blonde hair framing a face that was ridiculously good-looking, but it was his eyes that really got her. Stormy blue, like a gathering storm.
That's Alpha Alaric.
Great, another alpha, but this one seemed different somehow.
No one can touch him. Why?
Alice didn't answer, but cryptically stared at the burn marks on his arms. Violet studied him. He had a quiet intensity, but instead of being cocky, there was an innocence about him that was strangely attractive. With those striking sapphire eyes, he could have easily been the most handsome alpha she'd met today. Violet felt some kind of strange connection with him, but why? She'd never even seen him before. His gaze swept over her, head to toe, like he was checking her out, sending a surprising jolt through her. But just as quickly as that little flicker of excitement appeared, it was squashed by his sudden, cold, dismissive attitude. His expression made it clear he wasn't interested. Any idea that he might have been was shattered by his icy indifference.
You're good to go,
the healer said, finishing up with him.
Done.
Alaric brushed past Violet, and in that quick, fleeting touch, a spark jolted through her. It was like static shock, sharp, unexpected, and strangely exciting. Violet froze, her breath catching in her throat. Alaric stopped short. He looked down at his hand, then at Violet. Confusion flickered across his face, sharp, startled, unmistakable. He touched her, and she was fine, as if his lightning didn't surge, but recoiled, like it had hit something it couldn't burn through. His storm didn't harm Violet. It hesitated.
How?
For a split second, the storm in his eyes surged, then his expression slammed shut, colder than before. Without a word, he turned and walked out. Violet stood there, heart racing, skin still tingling.
Did you see that?
Alice was staring at Alaric's retreating back.
That's impossible. What is? What just happened?
Alice looked at her slowly.
Alaric doesn't touch people. I noticed. No, you don't understand. He can't.
Violet frowned.
Alaric controls lightning. Not metaphorical lightning. Actual voltage. His body discharges constantly. Static current, storm buildup. That's why no one stands near him.
Violet looked down at her own hands.
But he touched me. And you didn't burn?
Violet swallowed. Silence settled between them.
Why? The cardinal alphas aren't like other wolves. They were born under a lunar anomaly. People say the moon goddess gave them powers. Griffin has shockwave strength. He can level stone with a punch. Roman is a shapeshifter. Any animal. Total chaos. Asher.
She lowered her voice.
Mind manipulation. Thoughts. Memories. Control. And Alaric.
She glanced toward the door.
Storms. Lightning. Energy strong enough to paralyze a room.
Violet's skin tingled again.
So what does it mean? That I'm... like, okay?
Alice held her gaze.
It means one of two things. Either you're resistant to alpha power, or you're compatible with it.
The word hung between them.
Compatible.
Violet's throat went dry.
With him?
Alice didn't answer right away.
That's the question.
Violet wondered what it all meant. The healer interrupted.
What can I do for you?
Her eyebrows furrowing as she looked Violet over.
You're new here, aren't you?
Violet nodded.
And already in the infirmary on your first day?
Good luck, kid.
I know.
Violet whispered, her voice barely there.
I know it's nothing serious. You're good to go.
The healer said, handing her some painkillers, and then Alice took Violet to the dorm rooms.
Welcome to West House, Violet. This is your home now, and over there are the other houses. East, South, and North.
Violet breathed, staring at the impressive buildings.
Human or werewolf, everyone forms packs in their houses. The Cardinal Alphas study here and run these 4 houses. Everyone else follows their lead. The West House we are in is run by Alpha Asher Nightshade.
Asher Nightshade? Violet thought, intrigued. The creepy guy in the glasses? The one who called me a purple queen? The mind manipulator?
Let's go meet your roommates.
Alice said, pulling Violet out of her thoughts. As Violet entered her room, her roommates looked at her with surprising eyes.
No way, it's really her!
One of them said, sounding shocked. Violet raised an eyebrow. Why did everyone at this school seem to know who she was?
Hi, I'm Lily Fairchild.
A girl chirped.
It's so nice to meet you, Violet Purple.
Violet blinked, totally surprised by the sudden friendliness.
The grumpy one over there is Hazel Sterling.
Alice said, pointing to another blonde who looked permanently scowling. When their eyes met, Violet immediately felt the dislike radiating from Hazel. Alice leaned in closer to Violet.
Hazel's just jealous of you.
Violet frowned.
What do you mean she's jealous of me?
She asked Alice, then turned to Hazel.
No offense, but we literally just met. Why would you be jealous of me? That makes 0 sense.
Offense taken,
Hazel said.
Oh, really, Hazel? Seriously? Your ego is out of control, especially after you were just gossiping about that video.
Lily finally chimed in.
What video?
Violet asked. All 3 girls turned to her, looking at her like she was totally clueless.
You haven't checked your newsfeed,
Lily said.
Newsfeed?
Violet echoed, even more confused.
Biodome.
Lily explained.
It's where everyone at Lunaris Academy gets all the school news. And yeah, you're kinda trending right now.
Before she could even grab her phone to search for this biodome thing, Alice had hers out. Alice searched for the video using Violet's name, and there it was. Violet's eyes widened as the video started playing. It was a clip of Griffin manhandling her.
Oh God, who the hell got...
As she watched herself, awkward and vulnerable, the thought that the entire school had seen her like that burned in her chest.
Gods, you're so lucky.
Hazel sneered from her bed.
Lucky?
Violet shook her head, exasperated.
What are you talking about? What's so special about these guys that everyone's losing their minds?
The Terror 4.
Lily answered with a wry smile.
Most of us would kill to even be seen by them. But unfortunately, only those ranked between 1st and 20th have their attention.
Violet's stomach tightened. She thought about the green-haired thief, the red-haired brute, the one with lightning under his skin, the man in shades who'd looked at her like he'd been waiting his whole life. That wasn't coincidence. That was gravity. That was forced proximity. As if her life hadn't started today by accident, but on schedule. As if she hadn't come to Lunaris to learn about the Cardinal Alphas, but to change them.
So...
Alice grinned.
Any alpha you like?
What?
Violet blinked.
You're in the top 20 now.
Lily said.
They'll see you as an equal.
But Hazel scoffed.
Please, they're all practically taken.
Yeah, but no one's officially Luna yet.
Alice shot back. Hazel's smile turned sharp.
Don't kid yourself. Autumn's already been raised for that crown.
Violet stiffened.
Autumn.
For a split second, her mind traced back to Principal Jameson's office. There is one student in particular, Jameson had said. Her name is Autumn. Hazel continued.
Number 1, never challenged, and she doesn't lose.
Autumn was the girl Lunaris had been preparing for. The one everyone assumed would be chosen. The one the rules were built around. What none of them knew yet was that Violet, the strange, purple-haired girl standing in front of them, wasn't meant to follow that rule. She was meant to break it. For now, Violet's patience finally snapped.
All right, enough! It's not like I am even interested.
She looked each of them in the eye.
I'm so sick of the ridiculous drama at this school.
Violet's roommates were speechless. A heavy silence filled the room. Violet didn't wait for any response. Turning her back to them, she lay down on her bed and closed her eyes, shutting them out. Sleep came quickly, her body exhausted and her mind still buzzing from the day's craziness. That night, Violet's life changed. Violet stirred in her sleep, strong arms wrapped around her, a face buried in her purple hair. It felt so good she instinctively snuggled closer, murmuring softly. She'd never felt this safe and secure. And his scent? Totally intoxicating, and somehow familiar. She chuckled low in his chest as she nuzzled his neck, her nose brushing his skin. She moaned softly, pressing closer, and he laughed. Then Violet's eyes opened. The ceiling above her was cracked, stained brown from old leaks. The air smelled faintly of cheap alcohol and rusted pipes. Her trailer. Her stomach dropped. Was she back in the trailer with Nancy? But the arms around her didn't belong there. They belonged to Asher Nightshade. For a second, Violet's brain refused to process it. Then everything from today slammed back into her. Lunaris, the Luna board, the Alpha with the dark glasses.
You.
She breathed. Asher didn't move. His arms stayed wrapped around her like this was the most natural thing in the world.
Hello.
He said softly. She broke free from Asher's hold. A million questions raced through her mind. She glared at Asher, pure hatred coursing through her.
What the hell are you doing in my house?
Asher leaned casually against the wall like he owned the place.
Relax.
He said.
You're not actually here.
Her stomach twisted. A dream. He was inside her head. Of course he was.
You think this is funny?
She snapped. Asher smiled.
I think it's interesting.
That smug look made her blood boil. She stormed toward him.
Stop.
He said calmly. The word dropped into the room like a weight. An alpha command. The air itself seemed to tighten. Most wolves would have frozen instantly, but Violet didn't even slow down. Asher blinked.
What? How?
Remembering Griffin's move, she grabbed Asher's throat and slammed him back against the wall.
What have you done to me?
She snarled. For a split second, Asher just stared at her hand around his neck. Then he laughed, low, thrilled.
You disobeyed my alpha command.
He murmured.
That has never happened before.
She tightened her grip.
You dragged me into this dream, didn't you?
Dragged?
He repeated, amused.
No.
His eyes gleamed behind the dark lenses.
I was curious.
About what?
About you.
Violet glared.
Well, congratulations. Curiosity satisfied. Now get out of my head.
Asher tilted his head slightly.
No.
The room shimmered. The trailer walls bent like heat waves. Reality folded in on itself. Violet blinked. Now she was on top of him, straddling him on a massive bed.
Oh, hell no.
She tried to scramble away, but the dream resisted her. Asher sat up beneath her, completely calm.
You really should relax,
he said.
This is my dream.
That explains the creepy decor.
Violet shot back. He ignored that. His attention had sharpened, focused.
You disobeyed me.
Violet rolled her eyes.
You're not my boss.
No.
Asher said slowly.
I'm the alpha. Every wolf in this realm obeys.
His hand lifted, fingers brushing lightly through her purple hair. Violet's breath hitched before she could stop it.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
He murmured. Her stomach twisted.
Looking for me?
His fingers lingered in her hair.
For someone like you. I never knew I'd find you in District 1 of all places. The human slums.
Memory flickered in her mind. The wolf in the trailer. The glass shattering. The way he'd stared at her.
You.
Violet said slowly.
You sent him.
Asher's mouth curved.
He recognized you first.
His voice lowered.
But I approved the scholarship.
Ice slid down her spine.
So you dragged me to Lunaris?
I invited you.
He corrected. Then his voice shifted, curious again.
but that's not what interests me.
His hand slid down, tilting her chin toward him.
You disobeyed an Alpha command.
Violet stared at him.
And?
And the only person who could do that
His voice dropped to a whisper.
would be my fated mate.
Her face went white.
No.
She shoved his hand away.
Absolutely not.
Asher studied her carefully. Then he smiled slowly.
Well,
He said.
I'll need to examine exactly what you are.
He reached behind her head. Snip. A soft cutting sound echoed. Violet froze. A lock of purple hair rested in his hand.
You!
Rage exploded through her.
I am not your mate!
She screamed. Suddenly, the dream shattered. Candles blew out. The velvet bed cracked apart into darkness. For the first time, Asher looked genuinely surprised.
Wait,
He said.
how are you doing this?
Violet tore herself out of the dream, and she felt like she was free falling into a bottomless pit. She woke up with a gasp, drenched in sweat. The early morning sun was just starting to peek through the blinds, and her roommates were still asleep. She bolted to the bathroom, her heart pounding in her chest. She needed a minute to catch her breath, to convince herself it had all been some crazy nightmare. Checking herself in the mirror, she was relieved to see her clothes were where they should be. Okay, so it was a dream. Still, a nagging feeling lingered. Something between disgusted and excited. But that worry quickly vanished when she spotted something way more disturbing. Her hand flew to her hair. A chunk was missing. She ran her fingers over the jagged edge, a cold dread washing over her.
No way.
Violet stumbled back from the mirror like it had suddenly caught fire. So it hadn't been a dream? But that made zero sense. Asher was playing mind games with her, messing with her head.
I need to leave.
She whispered. This school wasn't elite, it was predatory. A knock.
Hi.
Alice bounced into the room like nothing in the world was wrong.
I was hoping we could grab breakfast.
I'm leaving.
Violet cut in. Alice blinked.
Leaving?
I didn't sign up to be hunted.
The word slipped out before she could stop it. Alice's smile thinned.
No one's hunting you.
Really?
Violet snapped.
Because one broke into my head and cut my hair.
That made Alice still. For the first time, her cheer dropped completely.
You're in the top 20.
Alice said carefully.
So?
So that means you're visible.
Violet's jaw tightened.
I don't want to be visible.
You don't get to not be.
Alice replied.
They don't lose interest when you run. They escalate.
Violet froze.
You think staying low protects you? It doesn't. The Luna board isn't about popularity. It's about proximity.
Proximity to what?
Toward the Cardinal Alpha who reacts the strongest.
Then I'll tank it.
Violet said.
I'll drop in rank. I'll make myself undesirable.
Alice stepped closer again, lowering her voice.
You don't understand. Falling doesn't make you invisible. If you really want control, you climb.
Violet swallowed.
And if I don't?
Then someone else decides for you.
That hit harder than the missing hair. Because Violet knew what it meant to have choices taken. Back in the lower district, girls didn't get to choose either. You survived by gaining leverage, or you got owned. Violet stared at herself in the mirror. Alice gently grabbed Violet by the crook of the elbow.
Now, come on. Breakfast isn't about eating,
She said softly.
It's about being seen. On your terms.
Fine.
She muttered.
But I'm not climbing for them.
Alice tilted her head.
Of course not.
They both knew that wasn't entirely true. Because the ranking would keep pulling her closer. Toward one of the alphas. And further away from who she was. As they crossed the courtyard, a ripple passed through the crowd. Conversations stalled. Eyes tracked her. Someone whispered her name, then corrected themselves, like they weren't sure how they knew it. Alice rushed ahead to hold the door open, dramatically sweeping her arm.
Welcome to the Platinum Court, my lady.
Violet stopped, raising an eyebrow.
Platinum Court?
That's what us Lunaris kids call the dining hall.
Alice winked.
You'll see why when you get inside.
Violet hesitated, an inexplicable sense of dread tightening in her chest. Like stepping through that door meant stepping deeper into something already in motion. She didn't know who was pulling the strings. She only knew this. Whatever she'd triggered at Lunaris yesterday, it wasn't done with her yet. She stepped inside and froze, taking in the dining hall. This place was seriously impressive. Golden sunlight streamed through giant arched windows, lighting up gold walls. The marble floor was so shiny it looked like a mirror, reflecting the chandeliers sparkling overhead. But underneath all the fancy decorations was a strict social order. Downstairs was for the regular students, the humans and lower-ranked werewolves who hadn't made a name for themselves yet. From downstairs, you could see where the real VIPs sat. A fancy staircase with gold-trimmed railings curved up to a raised platform, the elite section, just for the top students. They acted like they were too cool for school, looking down at the regular kids, sometimes with smug grins or sneers. Violet and Alice stood in the breakfast line. Alice chattered away, oblivious to the fact that Violet's mind was miles away. From her spot, Violet could see 4 special chairs, bigger and fancier than the rest, in the middle of an elite section. Even without Alice saying anything, Violet knew those were for the Cardinal Alphas. She was incredibly relieved the thrones were empty. This school was seriously messing with Violet's head.
Earth to Violet!
Alice snapped her fingers in front of Violet's face.
The line's moving.
Violet realized she'd zoned out and left a gap between herself and Alice. Then, out of nowhere, some girl just waltzed past the entire line, right to the front. She grabbed a plate and started piling on food like she owned the place. Violet waited for someone to say something, anything. But nope, everyone just acted like this was normal.
Why aren't they doing anything?
Violet asked, confused.
Because that's Hope,
Alice said, like that explained everything.
So who is Hope?
Alice gave her a look.
You didn't even bother looking up the top 20, did you?
Nope. Why would I?
Alice facepalmed.
She's Autumn's, personal assistant.
Violet just shook her head, utterly confused.
Why is this Autumn girl so damn important?
Alice leaned in close.
Autumn is the only pure-blooded she-wolf in the whole school.
Violet almost couldn't believe it. A pure-blooded she-wolf? They were legendary, and almost extinct. Alphas would practically kill for a chance to marry one. Marrying a pureblood meant the possibility of having a true werewolf baby, not one with diluted genes from a human-werewolf pairing. So Autumn Carson was the key to boosting the werewolf population. Just then, Hope strolled past, headed for the stairs up to the VIP section. Violet followed Hope's path until she set the tray down at a table where a girl with striking silver hair sat. And Violet knew it immediately. This was Autumn Carson. Vivid blue eyes, heart-shaped face, pointed nose, and full lips. As if she'd felt their stares, Autumn turned and locked eyes with Violet. Autumn's gaze felt like a challenge, as if she expected Violet to back down. But Violet didn't back down. Violet knew girls like Autumn, the ones who acted all angelic while hiding their true selves. Hope must have caught Autumn's attention because Autumn was the first to look away. That small victory gave Violet a flicker of satisfaction.
Let's go,
Alice urged, pulling Violet away. Alice swore Violet was going to give her a heart attack one of these days. The line moved quickly. Violet piled her tray full of food and made a beeline for a table. But she didn't get far. Alice grabbed her arm.
Where do you think you're going? You're number 20 on the Luna board. Your spot's upstairs.
She pointed toward the balcony where the elites were eating. Just as Violet feared.
Yeah, about that.
Violet glanced at the privileged students above.
I think I'll eat down here.
No, Violet.
Alice started, but it was too late. Violet was already heading for a table on the lower level. But the second she sat, the entire floor went silent. Every single eye was on Violet like she'd just broken some major rule.
Great.
Violet muttered.
More weirdness.
What had she done in a past life to deserve this? Suddenly, Alice's panicked cry pierced the air.
Violet, look out!
Just in time, Violet dodged an attack from behind, her breakfast crashing to the floor.
What the hell?
She snapped. Violet looked up to see a girl glaring down at her, pure disgust twisting her features.
So this is who they replaced me with?
The girl spat, pointing at Violet. Then it clicked. This girl was the previous number 20 on the Luna board, the girl whose spot Violet had taken.
She is sitting downstairs. She doesn't even know the freaking rules.
The entire cafeteria's eyes were glued to the scene. The girl was ready to brawl. Everyone expected a fight. Phones came out, ready to record the drama. Violet knew the elite students upstairs were watching, waiting for her to snap. She wouldn't give them the satisfaction. She calmly brushed croissant crumbs off her clothes. Then she simply turned her back, the ultimate diss, as if to say, "You're not even worth my time."
Hey, I'm talking to you!
The girl shrieked.
Don't ignore me, you daughter of a whore.
That stopped Violet cold. All pretense of calm vanished. That insult was a line she wouldn't let anyone cross. This girl needed a lesson. Violet turned, a storm brewing in her eyes. And the girl's confident smirk faltered. In a flash, Violet was standing right in front of her, the girl scrambling into a fighting stance. Violet raised an eyebrow. So she thinks she can fight? Good. These preppy princesses had no idea how a street kid like her threw down.
What's your name?
Violet asked, momentarily pausing the inevitable showdown. The girl blinked, thrown off.
Paige?
She started. Then her face twisted in outrage.
Wait, you don't even know my name. And you stole my spot?
Violet poured gasoline on the fire.
Sorry, I don't usually bother learning the names of people beneath me.
You!
Paige's eyes blazed. She swung, but Violet saw it coming a mile away. She grabbed Paige's arm and twisted it behind her back. Paige yelped.
How dare you? Do you even know who I am?
Paige shrieked, struggling to break free. Violet ignored her, grabbed her hair, and forced her to face the crowd.
Listen up, everyone!
Violet announced, her voice ringing through the cafeteria.
I don't care who you are, where you're from, or what fancy privileges you have at this school.
She continued, locking eyes with Autumn, whose attention she'd now captured.
I don't even know why I'm here. But I know my place, and I'm not trying to climb the social ladder, so I'll stay in my lane, and you stay in yours. No drama, no fights. Just leave me alone, and we're good.
Violet's voice hardened.
Oh, and one more thing. No name-calling. Especially that word, whore. That one really ticks me off. But Paige didn't get the memo.
You're nothing but a whore, bitch.
Paige yelled. That was it. Violet dragged Paige to the spilled food and shoved her face right into the mess. Paige sputtered and thrashed, but Violet held her down. Gasps echoed around them. This was definitely not what they expected.
Where I come from, we don't waste food,
Violet said, her voice dripping with sarcasm.
And if it falls on the floor, you pick it up. Just like you're doing now.
Paige finally stopped struggling, and Violet let go. The girl was sobbing, her face and hair covered in food. Violet stood up straight and scanned the room, daring anyone to challenge her. Suddenly, shockingly, one of the girls in the elite section stood up and started clapping slowly. Another joined in, then another, until the whole elite section was applauding. The rest of the cafeteria followed suit, and the room erupted in applause. Violet should have felt triumphant, but a wave of dread washed over her. This wasn't normal applause. There was a strange look of pride on their faces. Somehow, this twisted showdown had become some sort of initiation, and she'd passed. They were accepting her, as if she were supposed to be here. But she knew she wasn't one of them. She knew she could never be one of them. So what was happening? Everyone was clapping now, except for Autumn. She was staring daggers at Violet. Alice leaned into Violet's ear.
I've never seen anything like this, Violet.
Violet didn't know what she meant.
Like you're special. Like you're supposed to be here.
Violet didn't answer. She didn't want any of this. She didn't ask for this. She didn't ask to be the one child born to defy the Cardinal Alphas. And she certainly didn't ask for them to fall for her. She had no idea that this was destiny, that she was born for this. But she knew she wanted out. So she bolted. She had to find Principal Jameson and drop out of this nightmare today. She ran straight for the administrative floor, straight for Principal Jameson. She didn't slow down, didn't hesitate. This was ending now. She knocked. No answer. She knocked again, wondering if Principal Jameson was even there. Frustrated, Violet turned to leave, then clearly heard,
"Come in."
Her heart raced. This was it. She'd walk in, demand they revoke her scholarship, and Principal Jameson would do it. Violet had made up her mind. She walked in, heart pounding. She saw Principal Jameson sitting in her executive chair, back turned. For a second, Violet thought something looked different, like her build was bigger, but she shrugged it off, figuring it was just her imagination. Who else would be in the principal's chair? Ignoring the weird feeling, Violet straightened up. She cleared her throat, gathering her courage.
Principal Jameson, I need to talk to you.
Principal Jameson didn't answer for over a minute. An awkward silence hung in the air. Figuring she might as well just come out with it, Violet dropped the bomb.
I don't want to go to school here anymore, Principal Jameson. Please, revoke my scholarship and give it to someone else.
There, it was out. Violet felt lighter, like a weight had been lifted. Now, there was no way the principal could ignore her. The chair started to swivel. Violet held her breath, but when the chair finally turned around, the face she saw made her blood run cold. You have got to be kidding me. It wasn't Principal Jameson. It was Asher freaking Nightshade sitting in her chair. Asher stood, studying her.
Tell me something, Violet. How did you do it?
He took a slow step toward her.
Last night.
His eyes darkened.
You pulled yourself out of my dream.
He stopped in front of her.
That has never happened.
Asher said quietly.
The only person who's ever refused me. The only person powerful enough to resist a Cardinal Alpha is supposedly a human with purple hair.
Violet's stomach dropped.
That means you aren't what you think you are. You're not just some whore's daughter, are you?
Her jaw tightened.
I don't know where I came from,
Violet said sharply. Asher smiled, slow and dangerous.
That's what makes this interesting.
Makes what interesting?
Violet asked, panic rising in her chest. Asher began circling her.
One of us is supposed to marry Autumn, a real, honest-to-God's she-wolf, so that we can breed pure-blood alpha heirs.
The air between them tightened as he got closer.
Autumn Carson has spent her whole life believing destiny belonged to her, just because she's pure-blood.
He said.
But the moment you resisted my command, that destiny changed.
A faint smile curved his mouth. Another step.
And once the other Cardinal Alphas realize what you are, they won't let you go.
Violet freezes as Asher leans even closer. Close enough to kiss.
So I need to claim you before they do.
Violet should be panicked, but once again she's seized by that same strange feeling, torn between fear and something primal.
You, my Purple Queen,
he whispered,
are here to take Autumn's place.
Take Autumn's place? Challenge the pure-blood she-wolf. Asher called Violet his Purple Queen, but what happens when all 4 cardinals realize what she is? Will the other alphas let him keep her? Violet is supposed to be trailer trash, a nobody. So what secret is hiding in her blood?
Listen to the full episodes of Wolves of Blood Moon, streaming free on Pocket FM app.
Install the Pocket FM app in next 1 minute to get access to the first 15 episodes of Wolves of Blood Moon. Hurry before the time runs out. Download the free episodes now.